being a basic scientist in a public health school has almost like forced us to look at the issue in a public health way, as well as in a basic science or molecular lens as well. So we get the best of both worlds.
And you just get swept up in the enthusiasm. You don't work in isolation. We always work in contact with individuals who are in these areas that are being directly affected.
We need each other in translating evidence, and that locally generated research can actually lead to policy change. It also highlights how research collaboration can have impact beyond our national borders.
We work together with people from Uruguay, Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Peru, with the same objective, to control disease. I really love that, to really see people that they're feeling better, they're healthy.
It's the inherent idea that we are all one. We take all of these amazing instruments and tools that we have in our laboratory and use them for the good of communities.
This research, maybe it can be a catalyst for our policymakers. It's translatable and it's something that connects us with community.
I think if any of our interventions are found to be effective, it's going to make a big impact in improving lives and help save lives as well.
Everywhere you look, we're seeing innovations, not just technological innovations, policy innovations that are really, really exciting. And I also believe the sort of aspirational future of getting this right is within our grasp.
Students come here with the idea that they're going to do something that's intended to help humanity. They want their work to be applicable to public health on a global scale.
The network is huge and so strong, and there's this commonality of perspective on how to try to improve public health and how to do research of excellence.
Everyone here is working towards the goal of saving lives by the millions, and every little thing that you do really does matter.
And this natural curiosity that I've learned from these amazing faculty that I've interacted with is what drives me to look towards the future and be just supremely optimistic.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today for our open house. My name's David Dowdy. I'm the Executive Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, a professor in the Department of Epidemiology and also an alum of the school. Dean Polly Porter is very sorry she can't make it today, but I'm sure I'm thrilled to be here in her place to give you a snapshot of all the Bloomberg School has to offer. I'd like to start by acknowledging the land that the Bloomberg School inhabits. Today, we humbly acknowledge that Johns Hopkins University is located on the traditional and contemporary homelands of Indigenous people. Our campus resides on the unceded lands of the Piscataway and Susquehannock peoples. We recognize the enduring presence of more than 7,000 Indigenous peoples in Baltimore City, including Piscataway, Lumbee, Eastern Band of Cherokee, and many others represented by our Indigenous students, faculty, staff, and local agency partners. Together, we acknowledge the history of genocide and ongoing systemic inequities that have impacted Indigenous, intergenerational traumas, and health disparities. We give thanks to the past, present, and future stewards of this land and recognize tribal nations' sovereignty and right to self-determination based on past and present treaty rights. We aim to hold ourselves and the university community accountable to advancing tribal health equity. Now, to start off, I want to offer a personal word of thanks to each of you for joining today. I'm thrilled that you want to learn more about our school and our community, and consider becoming part of it, all the more so in times like these. I feel like it's worth saying up front that this is a volatile time for our field. We are witnessing cuts to global and national programs and rapid shifts in public health policy. These changes are happening at a time when we need to address urgent and complex health issues, from environmental threats to emerging or re-emerging infectious diseases. And we need to do this at a time when it is increasingly uncertain what our public health infrastructure will look like in the future, both here in the U.S. and globally. The challenges before us are great, but this is not the time to retreat. I'm going to argue today that there's never been a more important time to double down on public health and all that this field can do to make our populations and communities healthier ones. We know that public health research and practice saves lives, millions at a time. At the Bloomberg School, we will never stop offering a broad set of opportunities to develop skills, from the foundations of epidemiology, biostatistics, and health policy, to new tools such as using generative AI to improve public health, and in doing so, to help build the future of the field. This is a defining moment, and I can think of no better place to make a difference than right here at the Bloomberg School. But before going further, I have to mention my own pride as an alumnus of the school. This here is my daughter, born when I was a PhD student in the Department of Epidemiology. I worked my schedule so that I was at home with her 4 days a week, coming into campus to learn about the epidemiology of tuberculosis the other 3. Now, more than 20 years later, my daughter's in college. I just saw her a couple days ago, but I'm still here at the Bloomberg School. And what has kept me here are both the amazingly talented people and the shared sense of mission that defines the culture of this school. What makes the Bloomberg School truly unique is the opportunity to pursue meaningful, mission-driven work that has an impact on the public's health, here at home and around the world. We hope that you will join us in this mission next year. Our school is committed to using the life-saving power of public health at local and global levels, translating our discoveries to practice and policies that make a difference. We are experts at advocating for evidence-informed solutions that will make a difference, and we teach our students how to lead in these critical areas. I want to give you just a few examples. With our partners in Zambia, we've made groundbreaking discoveries about the chemistry of mosquito attraction. Our Center for Health Security is working with the CDC to train the public health community for the next pandemic. Our faculty have also worked to develop and advocate for extreme risk protection orders, also known as red flag laws, an innovative and powerful tool for reducing gun violence. And our school is the home base for the university's new Institute for Planetary Health, which will harness powerful cross-disciplinary expertise to address the health of the people and the planet. Addressing these complex issues requires us to think about public health in new and different ways, embracing partnerships that cross sectors across traditional public health circles to address all factors that promote health and well-being. This means working with experts in fields like economic development, education, transportation, law enforcement, the food industry, and housing. The Bloomberg American Health Initiative is just one example of the work we are doing to support these efforts. The initiative focuses on critical challenges to American health with global implications. Through this initiative, we're partnering with a broad array of experts and communities, making the social and political drivers of health a focal point of our efforts. To date, the initiative has supported 448 fellows who are now making an impact across the nation. As I describe all of this work, it's important to know that our students are with us every step of the way, joining in on research projects and playing critical roles of their own in responding to pressing public health issues. As just one example, Mia Campbell is a PhD candidate in the Department of Mental Health. Her dissertation examines how social and physical environment influences the mental health of adolescents. She's studying the walkability of neighborhoods, access to grocery stores and parks, and social environments at school. This research has received a dissertation award grant through the NIH. And of course, there are hundreds of other examples of students like Mia, students who are making a real impact during their time here. But why choose the Bloomberg School of Public Health to further your education? What makes Johns Hopkins special? First of all, we were the first independent graduate school of public health. We've been engaged in public health for more than a century, and we've learned how to use our work to make a difference. We continue to succeed and lead because of the people who work and study here. We have about 3,000 students join us every year, and we now have over 28,000 alumni located all over the world. We're also rated #1 by our peers and have been ever since schools of public health were first surveyed by U.S. News & World Report. We offer more than 90 degree programs across many specialties and 40 certificate programs, plus an average of 450 courses in every term, not to mention our summer and winter institutes. And while we have an incredible number of diverse students, we also have nearly 900 full-time faculty, meaning that our student-to-faculty ratio remains at 3-to-1. Our faculty are organized into 10 academic departments ranging from biochemistry and molecular biology to health policy and management. And we have the only department of mental health in an accredited school of public health. Our faculty and students also collaborate across more than 80 centers and institutes to deliver leading-edge research and practice initiatives in public health that cut across traditional departmental lines. We've produced a number of public health trailblazers over the years, including Abel Woolman, who advanced the use of chlorinated water and pioneered modern sanitary engineering, Sushila Nayar, who served as India's Minister of Health, developing fundamental health care programs to control disease, Susan Baker, who established the field of injury prevention, and Mathu Santosham, who demonstrated the effectiveness of oral rehydration therapy as a treatment for diarrhea. Our unrivaled network of alums from across the globe multiplies our ability to make a difference. And if you choose to attend the Bloomberg School, you will have access to that network in developing your career as well. As just a few examples, Heyeon Jejong is the president and CEO of the Care Quality Research Group in Korea. Jacqueline Hackett is serving as senior policy advisor for the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy and co-teaches a course in public health advocacies, which allows her to bring her real-world experience into the classroom. Brandon Johnson is the branch chief at the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration at HHS. He's also the creator of the Black Mental Wellness Lounge, a YouTube channel dedicated to discussing Black mental health and healing. And Lauren Underwood represents Illinois' 14th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. As I mentioned before, we continue to teach the fundamentals of public health science, including epidemiology and biostatistics, but we're teaching these skills with an eye toward current public health problems and technologies, including AI and social media. At the same time, we are constantly working to ensure that our graduates have the cross-cutting skills needed to be successful in today's world, including communication, decision-making, negotiation, and change management. Building on our long history of online teaching, we deliver courses online, in person, and in a hybrid format to allow our students maximum flexibility in pursuing their degrees, regardless of where they are. We want to empower students like you to obtain the knowledge and skills that will enable you to make the impact you want to have and to be an active part of your community and our community, whether you're based here in Baltimore or anywhere around the world. Here at the Bloomberg School, we're committed to a supportive environment, making sure that all people working, learning, and partnering with us to improve public health are welcomed and supported. I want to emphasize that we remain committed to inclusion, diversity, anti-racism, and equity, while remaining in compliance with all federal, state, and local laws. Our efforts at the Bloomberg School aim to include every person, community, and population without any exclusions, based on identity, ideology, or privilege. Above all else, we encourage respectful and broad-ranging discussions, as well as robust academic discourse. And of course, we are proud of Baltimore as our home. I've lived in Baltimore for more than 20 years myself, and I can genuinely say there's no place I would rather be. It's a vibrant city with beautiful green spaces, amazing food, and a culture and charm that's all its own. At the Bloomberg School, we care deeply about Baltimore's health and its future. We love this city and consider it our responsibility to be part of the community that's working to address its challenges. SOURCE, our Community Engagement and Service Learning Center, connects students, faculty, and staff with over 100 Baltimore-based community organizations to work on partnerships and opportunities that promote health and social justice. Our Urban Health Institute and the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Disparity Solutions are just two of our many other centers that are doing vital work here in the community, work that also involves our students at every level. We hope that you will come to one of our admitted student visiting days and have the opportunity to experience Baltimore for yourself here. And while we're on the topic of building stronger partnerships with the city, it's worth mentioning the future of our campus as well. We're halfway through construction on a new building. Designed specifically with students and the Baltimore community in mind, this building will connect our current Wolf Street building and will house offices, classrooms, and spaces for study, collaboration, and convening with the community. And in 2023, the university also opened a building in the heart of our nation's capital, the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg Center, located at 555 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. In other words, this is not just a time of challenge for us at the Bloomberg School, it's also an era of exciting transformation as we continue to create spaces that nurture community and collaboration and advance our work in public health. As a final note, I'm sure many of you already follow us on social media, but as I wrap up today, I want to encourage all of you to check out our websites, newsletters, and our podcast to learn more about our reach and our impact. These sources provide useful, credible information in compelling packages, highlighting the work being done by our faculty and staff, our alumni, and our students. I want to close by saying again that there's never been a more exciting and important time to be in public health, which is hopefully why you're here. At the Bloomberg School, you can find extraordinary opportunities to make an impact. We're training data scientists, epidemiologists, immunologists, policymakers, and champions for mental health, reproductive health, planetary health, and much more. We believe that we have the curriculum, mentors, resources, and connections to help you achieve your own personal public health goals. What makes our school truly unique is not our name or our buildings, but our people. Whatever your interests or passions may be, there will be a program and a community for you here. The presence of so many of you here today gives me hope for the future of our field, and I hope that today's presentations will give you the information you need to decide that the Bloomberg School is the public health home for you. We'd be honored to have you join us in our mission of building a healthier and more just world. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Michael Ward, Associate Dean for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs. He will tell you more about the many exciting things happening around our school community and the many ways we support and enrich the experience for our students.
Thank you, David. And good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. It's so great to see so many of you in the chat saying where you're from, where you're joining us from. So if you haven't done it, please let us know where you're joining us from and a little bit about yourself. As you heard, my name is Mike Ward, and I serve as the Associate Dean for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs. And while David talked about some of the challenges still, even with all the challenges we experience in public health now, is still a great time to be in public health because the world needs you and we need strong leaders in public health, now more than ever. Over the past few years, as I've welcomed prospective students to open house, I've referenced what's happening at the school. And this year, I'll highlight a couple of notable works or areas of work that are happening that impact us locally, nationally. But, it's one, ironically, is one that I never thought I would highlight is fascinating work. But there's truly amazing work that's going on. And it brings to mind the work of Dr. William Moss, a professor in epidemiology and executive director for the International Vaccine Center. As I comment about this, I think I've often overlooked the work of vaccine experts, as there historically has seemed to be a common level of agreement on the importance of vaccines. But in our current climate, the work of Dr. Moss has taken on new importance, just providing basic scientific information on MMR and MMRV. This basic information on vaccine safety is available and can be seen for all on our internet site, as well as via our magazine. While this might seem like rudimentary, being a trusted source for health-related information is a huge part of what we do in public health. It's not everything, clearly, but it's a big part. On a very different front, we have faculty from the school's Center for Gun Violence Solutions who have been shepherds of policies and interventions that work to make make us all safer from gun violence. One example of this work involves extreme risk protection orders. These orders allow police to remove guns from individuals who present evidence that they're likely to be violent. In a case that is cited in our recent magazine article, the individual wanted to buy a gun to shoot or kill someone spying on them. The person was experiencing a paranoid psychosis. The individual was not allowed to buy the gun because of the extreme risk protection orders. Doctors Nesdet and Fattaroli were architects of the extreme risk protection orders. Currently, 21 states and the District of Columbia have laws allowing the initiation of ERPOs. And at times, in this specific case, it was allowing physicians to initiate that type of work. Also at the school, in over 21 years, our school in the East Baltimore campus, led by SOURCE, our Student Outreach Resource Center, has engaged in mutually beneficial partnerships, community service work that promote health and social justice. Our students engage everywhere they find the opportunities to move forward with ideas and priorities to address significant issues negatively affecting the health and welfare of our community. The onset of COVID proved how important this work is to what we do. This work is a part of who we are as a university. And when we hear from our university president often, Ron Daniels, he links Hopkins and his work to Baltimore. So it's a core part of who we are. Through my time at the school, I've seen greater engagement in Baltimore as well as various communities throughout the world. Some of the communities that I see some of you writing about that you may be from. Last year, about 1,000 students volunteered in one of over 100 community-based organizations. Faculty are engaged in various capacities within our communities as researchers, nonprofit board members, and policy advisors. This and community engagement and involvement in the community to improve health is in our DNA, just period, end of sentence. And we do this work whether it's in person or remote work. So this is an exciting place, and you'll get a chance to be in smaller groups, to be in academic communities and get some sense. You'll see some videos of our facilities. Some of the videos show little clips already, but you'll see a little bit more. There's also, opportunity to connect with student services folks. I urge you to take in as much as you can about this. Because as I talk about my experiences just walking the path here at the School of Public Health, I'm often just kind of in awe or wooed by some of the excitement and passion that faculty and students have for their work. This is particularly interesting to me as an introvert. Sometimes you have folks that are kind of introverted, quiet. And it's not often. Some, we obviously have all types of personalities here at the school. But, whether, faculty and researchers are looking at statistical models that improve health or working on health communications to change behavior, the work is aimed at improving lives. And I'm often just found to be wondering about things that I've never thought about when I talk about the research that people are doing. In terms of the school's commitment, we not only touch the lives of faculty and the community, but we also touch the lives of students. We offer a significant amount of aid. In 2024, we provided $71 million in scholarship support for students. That number is up 5% from the prior year. That support has come in the form of scholarships, training grant support, as well as fellowships. Over 81% of students receive scholarships with an average package of around $30,375. A good number of students, often master's students, will receive a master's tuition scholarship of 75% during their second year. Some may try to opt to do it for their first year as well. As we continue growing our needs-based scholarship program to assist in offsetting tuition costs, over the last 2 years, we've added a need-based scholarship for the MSPH programs, offering 50% off tuition in that first year. So that's some of the changes that we've done to make us more affordable for folks. As you experience the community today, I urge you to soak up as much as you can. There's one clear quality that comes out in the school, and that's excellence. This quote from Aristotle captures the spirit of the school. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Here, excellence is often met with a passion to improve the world's health. As a non-scientist in this community, as I ask people about passions, I've just found myself kind of just wowed by the concepts, by the research, and the thought and the process that goes into the work here. So I hope you'll take the time to learn about the interest and the passion of our faculty and students. If you do, you'll see an excitement that's not found very many places. This excitement can be overwhelming. Perhaps you too will be ready to join this community dedicated to protecting health, saving lives millions at a time. Up next is a video. We'll give you a little sense of the day in the life of a community member here.
Good morning, this is Mr. I'm a master's student in Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. Today I'll take you in my day. Right now I'm just gonna take care of some emails before I head out for my run. And then when I come back, I'll make breakfast. The day is nice, so I'm gonna go to Patterson Park and do some walking and running, get some sunlight, come back, get ready, and go back to school.
It's Friday morning, about 7 a.m. We are getting ready for the kids to go to school. Most of this work is done in the previous evening. I'm fortunate to have my wife provide a lot of support for my journey, taking care of the kids. I know I also do my best, but most of the work is on her shoulders. It's a lesson or it's a journey. It hasn't been quite easy, but as always, if you have the support and your partner understand the journey that you are on together, it's relatively easier. You will say bye-bye to mommy.
Hi. Besides Patterson Park, there's so much to do in Baltimore. There's the Inner Harbor where you can take a nice walk. In Fales Point, there are like so many different restaurants that I like to explore. So besides being a student, I think Baltimore has a lot to offer, which I really loved to do in the past 10 months of my stay here in Baltimore.
So typically, I get to school around 10 a.m. after I drop off the kids and drop off my wife at work. Then I head to the library, do some studies, and then head to the ninth floor where I have my locker to prepare for a gym, because physical activity it's also very crucial, especially in your PhD journey, to help keep the stress down.
One of the things that I love about Bloomberg is that we have so many different students from all over the world, and one of the things that I really love to do is share my culture. So now that I'm reflecting back on the past 10 months, it has actually been really nice living with my roommates, whom now I can call my brothers and sisters, or like their family to me.
So I've made some lifelong friends the very first week, and we all met each other and we clicked. And then now we're all ending up in different places across the world. I will miss those times with them most.
What are some of your favorite events you've attended in the past few years?
That's hard. I think I really enjoy going to like the graduation of a lot of my friends who have, done different degree programs, and that exciting day of convocation and getting to be there and cheer them on has been really fun.
What are your plans post-graduation with the Hopkins MPH?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to take the knowledge and skills that I gained in Hopkins places. And I specifically see myself working in the nonprofit sector or international health agencies.
So how do you unwind after all of this coursework, extracurricular activities, student body work? Like, what do you do?
Great question. Great question. I think it looks different at different points. For me, I love dancing. That's a great way to unwind for me. Some physical activity, get the blood flowing, and it's also a great way to connect with others.
How I unwind? Yeah. So every Friday, without a doubt, I have 3 hours blocked out just to go out in the cities, whether it be going for a walk or going to the theater or watching a movie or just hanging out at the bar with my friends. That's a non-negotiable. And every once in a while, I take a weekend off and go somewhere.
I play sports now, so every single Sunday we go to the Baltimore beach volleyball. So in Inner Harbor, people from all over Baltimore, me and my friends, we all love to play volleyball. We just go and play there, and it's a lot of fun. We spend hours probably just playing volleyball on the beach.
Another thing that drew me to the Bloomberg School of Public Health for my PhD is mainly the network that I built during the MPH program. I really wanted to build on these networks and further expand the networks that I already have.
Just being around these people, I think I've learned a lot, and I think I'd miss the people a lot once I leave Bloomberg.
Saving lives, millions at a time.
Thank you so much, Dean Ward and Dean Dowdy, and thank you all so much for being here today. I want to welcome you. I'm Lauren Black, Director of Recruitment, Communications, and Events here at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. We're so happy that you could join us today. I want to take a few minutes to review the different degree programs that we have here at the Bloomberg School of Public Health. Afterwards, we'll have a couple other sessions available for you to attend. From 10 a.m. Eastern Time to 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be hosting different student services sessions so you can learn more about the support that you can have during your time here at the Bloomberg School of Public Health. Following that, we'll have a session led by our Office of Inclusion, Diversity, Anti-Racism, and Equity, also known as the IDARE office, that will be hosting a session on community and belonging, and all are welcome to attend. And finally, from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, our departments and programs will be hosting breakout sessions so you can ask all your questions regarding the different programs of interest that you have. And you're certainly welcome to hop through the different sessions throughout the day. Our team is here already answering some of your questions. We'll also be here throughout 10 a.m. in this room to make sure that you get to the right space. But for right now, we'd like to just take a few minutes to talk about our programs. So on the next slide, we offer different opportunities across our master's programs, our doctoral programs. So if you're still trying to figure out which program really speaks to you, I encourage you to take some time now to learn about our different programs and then enjoy our different breakout sessions happening throughout today. So our school breaks our programs down into a couple of different areas. We have our academic and research focused areas, our professional degree programs, and then we have some of our programs that are available fully online. Because while we love Baltimore and you could see how wonderful Baltimore is, we know that sometimes that's not possible for you to get here. And we want to make sure that you have opportunities to enrich and grow within your field of public health. So we'll be kind of walking through what the different program opportunities look like, and so that you can make a decision on which program is right for you. On the next slide, As mentioned by Dr. Dowdy before, we offer 10 different academic departments here at the School of Public Health. And with that, we also have 80 different research centers. As you can see here, our school really spans the field of public health. We have everything from the basic sciences and biochemistry and molecular biology, as well as molecular microbiology and immunology. We also have traditional public health areas like biostatistics and epidemiology. If you're looking for a cross-cutting area connecting with our Whiting School of Engineering, we offer the Department of Environmental Health and Engineering. For those that are looking for health education, health promotion, and looking at social behavioral work, we offer the Department of Health, Behavior, and Society. For those that are looking at focused work within health policy, particularly within the United States, we offer the Department of Health Policy and Management. This department also focuses on healthcare management through our MHA, our Master of Health Administration, which we'll be talking about in just a little bit. Additionally, we have our Department of International Health. Now, this department, while we don't have a global health department, focuses on 4 key areas, including human nutrition, health systems, as well as global disease and epidemiology control, and social behavioral interventions. We're one of the only schools of public health to offer a mental health department. So if you're interested in developmental work, looking at the work of addiction and different health disparities work, I encourage you to explore this department. And finally, we offer the Department of Population, Family, and Reproductive Health. Within this department, you'll find work happening within women's and reproductive health, maternal and perinatal health, as well as adolescent health and population management. So again, as you're exploring our programs today, definitely pop into our different departments so you can learn more about the degree programs that are offered across our school and within our departments. On the next slide, we'll dive into some of our degree programs, starting with our doctoral programs. So we do offer a PhD program, which is going to be available in all 10 of our academic departments, and then our DRPH program. This program will be more of a part-time online program, so it's great for working professionals that are looking to add to their skill sets within this field of public health. On the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about our PhD program. So just to highlight, our PhD program is going to be available in all 10 of the academic departments that I just mentioned. Our PhD program provides our students with data analysis skill sets, really improving on their research within the field of public health. And within our program, our students in our PhD are fully funded, meaning tuition, health insurance, and stipend are covered within this PhD program during the 4 years of their program. On the next slide, our DRPH program is a school-wide program and more of a professional doctoral program. This is, again, delivered fully online, so you have the opportunity to complete it online. However, we do offer summer and winter institutes, so you're welcome to come to campus for some of those, as well as more opportunities to engage throughout the time that you're in the program. Again, this will kind of focus on more the application side within public health. On the next slide, we'll kind of look at what those concentrations within the DRPH include, including our customized track. We also have focused work within global health, some cross-cutting areas including health equity and social justice, implementation science, women's and reproductive health, and a few areas within environmental health and health policy and management. During your application, you would choose the concentration that you're most interested in pursuing while pursuing the DRPH program here. The DRPH does require a minimum of 3 years of public health work experience and an MPH or equivalent, and they'll be certainly going into further details about program requirements and the overall experience within the program during the DRPH breakout session. Next, we'll talk about the MPH program. And so the MPH program is our school-wide MPH that provides students the opportunity to do it as a full-time or as an online part-time program. This program is 80 credits and includes a practicum as well as a capstone experience. Students can choose to customize or choose among our 12 concentrations that are connected to our 10 different academic departments. Our students really go into a variety of areas, and certainly the MPH will be elaborating on the different experiences and outcomes of our students, but you can do everything from research, data analysis, health services, and administration and consulting, and really more. On the next slide, I want to just kind of highlight a couple of things to consider when thinking about the MPH program. Our MPH program does require a minimum of 2 years of health-related work experience post-baccalaureate and before matriculating into the program. So do keep that in mind to make sure that you meet that qualification. If you don't, we'll be highlighting some other master's programs that you can consider that will provide you a wonderful opportunity within our School of Public Health and as you prepare for your work within the field. As you think about whether your experience would count towards that health-related work experience, we've offered some examples. This is not a comprehensive list, but certainly gives you some examples of where some of our students have come prior to matriculating into the MPH program. On the next slide, we'll highlight our couple of our online master's programs, because again, we recognize that you might not be able to come here to Baltimore, but really want to enhance your skill sets within the field. Our MAS, our Master of Applied Science, can be done in about 2 years and is focused on 3 different areas. You can choose among one of the 3 focuses, which is patient safety and healthcare quality, population health management, and spatial analysis for public health. So I encourage you to attend the breakout session today to learn more about this opportunity to really expand on these areas, as these are great niche focuses within public health. On the next slide, we'll talk about the MA in Public Health Biology. This is great because it combines a couple of different areas within our school, including biochemistry and molecular biology, environmental health and engineering, and molecular microbiology and immunology. So if you're interested in these key concepts, I would encourage you to explore this as a great online program for connecting these different topics. On the next slide, I'll focus on what some of our department-based programs are like. So we have, again, some research-oriented programs as well as some practice-oriented programs. So first we'll talk about the MBE on the next slide. The MBE, the Master of Bioethics, is offered by our Berman Institute on Bioethics. You can do it in as little as 1 year or take your time and pace out the program within 4 years. This program provides a thesis, and even there's opportunity for more of a practice-based approach. You'll have opportunities to really combine ethical decision-making, medicine, and law, all within 1 degree program. And it's a really great opportunity to really enhance your interest in this area and combine your interests within public health. On the next slide, we'll talk about the MHA, the Master of Health Administration. This is provided by the Department of Health Policy and Management and is a 2-year program. This program will give students that first year of academics and really getting a better understanding of the U.S. healthcare system. And then in the second year, you'll use those skill sets right within a medical residency program or a healthcare program where you'll have the chance to really use the skill sets you learned in class in an administrative role within a healthcare setting. So you'll still be connected to your cohort and really advance within the field and connect with different organizations, whether right here in Baltimore or across the United States. On the next slide, we'll talk about our MHS program, the Master of Health Science. This is going to be offered in most of our academic departments. It's offered as either a 1-year or 2-year program based on the department of interest. And within that, you'll really get an introduction to research. So if you have some exposure to interest on or looking to kind of advance within your research skill sets, this is a great degree to pursue. It can be done as a singular degree program or are, it might be kind of the next steps, whether you're looking for doctoral training or even medical training as well. Each of our MHS programs are going to look and feel a little bit different. So I encourage you, if this is an area you're interested in exploring, to learn more through our different department breakout sessions today. On the next slide, we have the SCM, the Master of Science. This program is going to be offered through a few of our programs, including biochemistry, molecular biology, environmental health and engineering, epidemiology, and molecular microbiology and immunology, as well as our Department of Biostatistics. Within that, you're going to have about an academic year worth of coursework, and then you'll also have the opportunity to connect with our different labs, have an opportunity for a full research experience, and really a culminating master's thesis at the end. So again, for those that are really looking to enhance their research skill sets, build on what they've done in their undergraduate or even from a previous master's, this would be a great program to pursue. On the next slide, we'll talk about a few other programs, including the MSPH program, the Master of Science in Public Health. For those that had heard that the MPH has that 2-year work experience requirement, this would be a great opportunity to do an experience that does not require that work experience. It's offered in a few of our departments, including Health, Behavior, and Society, Health Policy and Management, International Health, and Population, Family, and Reproductive Health. Within these 4 departments, you would take courses focused on these areas and building on different public health topic areas. In addition, in your second year, you would do a field placement. It could be right here in Baltimore or more of a global experience as well. It really depends on your areas of interest, and our departments work with students to identify the placement, as well as the duration will vary across our different departments. So again, if this is something that you're interested, I would encourage you to go to the different breakout sessions today to learn more about the offerings across these different departments. These field experiences really provide students with the opportunity to combine their academic training and really put that work to use within different community-based organizations, nonprofit organizations, and different agencies as they're having that second year experience. This would all conclude with a capstone or kind of a final presentation and project. So again, it really is a great way to add to your work and interest within the fields of public health. Next slide. Is our MS in toxicology for human risk assessment. And so this is going to be offered through our environmental health and engineering. It's a 2-year program. So you have, again, coursework in the field in the first year and then an internship in the second year of the program. So again, it gives you that opportunity to really combine your interests within different toxicology work. And students can go on to areas of looking at different levels of toxicology or thinking about the impact that our environment has. And so I would encourage you to stop by our environmental health and engineering department today to learn more about the MS in toxicology. And so we wanted to just highlight on the next slide an overview, because I know we kind of went over a bunch of different programs and which program is in which department. And so this gives you a little bit of an overview again. So if you're interested in the MHS, you can see, again, most of our departments offer the MHS program. The MBE is offered through our Berman Institute on Bioethics. Our MHA, Master of Health Administration, is within the Department of Health Policy and Management. And then the MS in Toxicology is within our Environmental Health and Engineering Department. On the next slide, just want to highlight a couple of more of our programs. Our MSPH, again, just as a reminder, is offered through Health, Behavior, and Society, Health Policy and Management, International Health, and Population, Family, and Reproductive Health. Our MPH is going to be considered a school-wide program, so they'll have their own session. So again, if you're specifically interested within the MPH program, have the 2 years of experience, or are a medical student and looking to do the MPH program, and we have a couple of other dual programs available through that, definitely take a look there. But if you're specifically interested within a department, I would encourage you to go to the department session. The MA in Public Health Biology and MAS programs will also be having separate sessions. And then finally, the SCM, the Master of Science, will be offered in the departments listed here. And so I would encourage you to go to their breakout sessions. Again, those sessions will be at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We want to just take, again, the time to thank you for joining us today. We're going to stay here for the next several minutes just to make sure that you get to your next space. The next session does not start until 10 a.m., so you have a little bit of time to stretch your legs and really, hopefully, think about the questions you want to get answered during the different breakout sessions that we're having. But should any questions not get addressed today, or you need a follow-up on something, please reach out to us. You can always reach us at bsph.admissions@jhu.edu. I know you've been asking lots of great questions.